right here, straight from the house of Trebs. Master Cypher, what up? Spiritual form, mind, body, and soul, transcendent. Listen, I represent the nexus of depth, spit of vengeance for artificial givers of wisdom to get their heads split. Renditions of realness written from every pen drip. Will pump the metal pistons like the body was an engine. Ascension, elevate like monks when they bend. When spit it for writers still getting up while they fenced in. For old heads that hold legend mostly know the questions. But niggas like me, the flow is slowly more perfection. Conception of ill manifestations echo like the drops of casings after a madman's population shots blazing. Constant creation concoct something intoxicating. Dropping statements for the lost and forgotten nations. My proclamation be my downfall that's God-forsaken. Drawn from soulful innovation to my conscience aching. It's time to reawaken, shake you from the blindest view. I still hold a standard for intelligence, the signs true. I drop a ton of intellect in every section. These rhymes like a verbal inception. Gifted message, get blessed with the power I harness through connection. Out of body, move through the mic, I'm transcending. Transcend through the world's vibrations. This sound becomes sight, the light in the cage dim. Like the inferno in the sky with its rays thin. Stretched out over the earth, hoping it stays grim. Until the phase ends, the street wolves guide you to moon. Housing justice, watching how the crime moves. That's what these lines do. I coincide with vinyl and use the mic to medium my mind into a haiku. Hypnotized fools been lied to and led astray. From Tornado Alley to mountains where the deserts lay. Till I own thy enemies' gates so they take my breath away. Seeking out heaven's praise, teachers speak for the end of days. Sentence blaze like medicated aroma haze. Now comes a time when man's son beats the older sage. Pupil iron master knowing he can hold his gaze. Just conquer self before you ever think of molding rage. I drop a ton of intellect in every section. These rhymes like a verbal inception. Gifted message, get blessed with the power I harness through connection. Out of body, move through the mic, I'm transcending. I'm transcending. Out of body, move through the mic, I'm transcending. Transcending. Out of body, move through the mic, I'm transcending. Yeah. One time for your mind. Yeah. Return to the fortified sounds of the origin. Exhaling clouds that surround as the storm begins. Battling wars within, gracious as the forest men. Inform the mentally dormant, striking the chords of sin. Sworn to win despite odds of the righteous cause. Enlighten what I can, I understand that life is flawed. Slipped in the darkness, found my bearings in the light of God. Rather be draped in the holy garments than the final law. Decisive raw with a testament if you choose to hear. With lucid clarity, bring heavy truths to bruise the ear. Blows from the mighty hand, open eyes as illusioneers. This earth's a ball of confusion like it's a Rubik's sphere. Until the roots appear, strengthened by the fruits of wisdom. Clash with the blind who's inclined to try and feud against them. Abusive systems try to judge us, they corrupt us still. I send a shot for those that slock and think of something real. Time is of the essence of the sand falls slowly. Young nigga viewing the world through eyes closed. See the poetry of life unfold before the old me. Manifest the savior of souls, go where the road leads. Time is of the essence of the sand falls slowly. Young nigga viewing the world through eyes closed. See the poetry of life unfold before the old me. Manifest the savior of souls, go where the road leads. Survive life, examine every perspective. Attempt to keep my head in the clouds but won't rest it. I'm searching for an exit, the trouble is in my method. Been running for so long, I need to stand and test this message of my presence. This pathway provided by the way my brain works. And everything inside it, nightmares and dreams colliding outside of my windowsill. You ever had that moment in life when the shit gets real? You try to tell them about the evils and they've been deaf still. Just wanna impact the world, make an indent bill, but chill. That's too deep for these niggas sleep. They rather follow suit blindly and admit defeat. fire like when the Tower of Babel rose. They fragmented our culture, that's the shrapnel that's thrown from the mighty temples of minds back to African homes. Royal descendants live as peasants where the savages roam. Inanimate bones tell me the struggle's lost, but it lives. Let the evil of a new era be brought from our ribs. We caught amongst the serpents and distraught from the hiss. I asked the Lord to wield me as a weapon drawn from the hip. Inherit land where we strangers, much more than 40 acres. Everlasting possessions to all the descendants of Abram. Followers of false idols fall like Levi, slain them. Tablets broken at the sight of sin. Commandments of verbatim. I'll pave the way for lost souls, victims of deprivation. I've walked streets of deceit and witnessed scenes of devastation. Meditated on the mental enslavement that they created. We as many as the stars in the sky. Let's make a nation. Salvation, I know that it's tough, but those that keep on will overcome the hand of oppression and learn to be strong. At 16, like a deep psalm, until my speech gone. Guiding the light through the dark nights until we see dawn. Salvation, I know that it's tough, but those that keep on will overcome the hand of oppression and learn to be strong. At 16, like a deep psalm, until my speech gone. Guiding the light through the dark nights until we see dawn. Clad in the armor of my father, born a martyr in the avenues of Hades, where the wicked live dishonest. Snake eyes rolled by thieves, bring the sevens to the farmer. Asked to be rid of my evil deeds as long as I should wander through the perilous blocks. Demons scheme to try and share your crops. Arrogant cops wanna be kings, they terrorize and watch the true and living move with a mission to ever stop. Heathens of the evening be deceiving and prepare for shots. I bear the plot of knowledge passing like papyrus burnt. The dope man merchants pushing death, hear the sirens lurk. Crash dummy sacrifice for cash, that's the violent perk. Tribes war amongst their own kind, stripes defined by dirt. So what's the science worth? We chemically get balance. I return to cathedrals with the blood of Christ and chalice. Walk the road of tribulation, known 100 times the malice. In this valley forged is still where your will leaves you callous. Salvation, I know that it's tough, but those that keep on will overcome the hand of oppression and learn to be strong. He's 16, like a deep psalm, until my speech gone. Guiding the light through the dark nights until we see dawn. Until we see dawn, guiding the light through the dark nights until we see dawn. It's like waking up, stretching your wings, manifestations, creations, light, feel me? Daily epiphanies keeping me on my toes. It's like the more information's processed, the less you know. Progressive with my message, I'm blessed to be young and deep. A picture abstract in a city where hearts weep. Unique, got my mother's vision, nothing like my father. Except a spitting image, I'm driven to live longer. I write a song to stimulate when the thought's stuck. Throwing combinations at amazing, leaving awestruck. Still searching for grace and needing God's touch. Palm on the mirror, I feel it and fear it's all luck. If y'all can hush and hear the beauty of intricate bliss, then you'd accept my desperation to revive the gift. Cause the ignorant and deaf as they ever been, I'm about to bring a new age in like it's December's end. These scriptures rise with the cumulus of sunlight over every nation dedicated to the dumb type. Brought forth the new horizon and there's none like the essence recreated every time that I touch mics. These scriptures rise with the cumulus of sunlight over every nation dedicated to the dumb type. Brought forth the new horizon and there's none like the essence recreated every time that I touch mics. At night I conversate with purple skies off, and yet you probably won't see my mouth move, my mind's talking. And negativity's a toxin that acts quick. I draw back the anti-venom, inject the power script. Create a massive rip in time with my dialect. Turn back the hands, rockin' flannels, bumping live cassettes. In cyphers wrecked with aspirations to behead the crowd. Stare at the clouds for inspiration, viewing heaven's shroud. Perfect words I never found, but I'll search for years. And constantly evolve despite we in a world of fear. Dropping jewels on peers, hope they connect the links. I'd rather see my brothers shine mentally than in the streets. Brain stems glowing, knowing that the change repeats. You teach one, and years later hear a famous speech. I take a leap for the sake of innovating hope. And when I'm dead and gone, I hope that you can take a quote. These scriptures rise with the cumulus of sunlight over every nation dedicated to the dumb type. Brought forth the new horizon and there's none like the essence recreated every time that I touch mics. These scriptures rise with the cumulus of sunlight over every nation dedicated to the dumb type. Brought forth the new horizon and there's none like the essence recreated every time that I touch mics. Every time that I touch mics, essence recreated every time that I touch mics. It's Black Alchemy. It's Black Alchemy. fatal principles. My flows be like a spark from a stone. Write a book of when it chills to the bone. Your card shown, afro the same as the Judah lines, main ordained. Supreme Lord equality equal to power gain. Media shower rain, douse the name of opponents. Keeping a raised fist for all the brave and the hopeless. Ideologics broken, living by the threat of maybe. If I'm laid off, forced to bear arms and feed my baby. Systematically crazy economy trying to slave me. Skyline blue with the clouds gray as Macy. Promises kept quiet as the sound vague of praying. Palms now hold gas, the crowd's waves are changing while the loud stays the same. No advancement taken, ambitions on hold in the hopes of replacement. This is Avenue Archery, shooting to change perspective. Open up your eyes to see what lies in the message. And I can only tell you so much. This world ain't corrupt, it's the people living on it such and such. But I just continue my path that won't budge. For those that's brain dead, always waiting to catch up. I can only tell you so much. This world ain't corrupt, it's the people living on it such and such. But I just continue my path that won't budge. For those that's brain dead, always waiting to catch up. Now still it seems the only wise is your last mistake. On thin nights you walk lightly, you collapse your faith. I try to warn them though they dormant in a state of dumb. A sad truth that always takes pain to awake the numb. Traveling light years on this path to escape a slum. That statement goes to mental captives and what ghettos brung. Nobody listens except the ones that's supposed to. For those who place in that category I owe you. Mad young but my ethics is pretty old school. Student of advancing the mind, grasping with vocals. Graphic yet soulful, mixture of the past and present. Try to bring a relevant thought while still ascending. Journey with my pen, inspiring to witness jewels. Inscribing wisdom passed on by the elder few. Dead brain stuck in quicksand, look confused. I keep it moving like I should, and that's right to do. Cause I can only tell you so much. This world ain't corrupt, it's the people living on it such and such. But I'll just continue my path that won't budge. For those that's brain dead, always waiting to catch up. I can only tell you so much. This world ain't corrupt, it's the people living on it such and such. But I'll just continue my path that won't budge. For those that's brain dead, always waiting to catch up. I can only tell you so much. This world ain't corrupt, it's the people living on it such and such. But I'll just continue my path that won't budge. For those that's brain dead, always waiting to catch up. For those that's brain dead, always waiting to catch up. Black Alchemy. It's Black Alchemy.